Welcome to Sun City in Focus, a lively look at people, places, events, and lifestyles of the original Sun City. From A to Z, put into focus today by Rich Hofer.
Welcome to another edition of Sun City in Focus. This is the show that helps you understand all about Sun City and all there is to see and do in the world's original and best active retirement community. We've got a great episode lined up for you today. But before we do that, I'd like to take just a minute and thank all of you for the emails and the phone calls and the comments that you've given us. This program is written, produced, directed, filmed, voiced, and edited entirely by volunteers and members of the Sun City in Focus Committee and the Camera Guild. And if you would like to get involved, either hosting a segment or doing a behind-the-scenes task, well, we'd love to hear from you. Stay tuned. We'll have information on how to get involved at the end of the program. And now, on to today's show. First of all, we're going to take you to Wisconsin. Well, okay, not the actual trip to the Badger State, but every year in March, thousands of people gather at the Sun Bowl to enjoy all Wisconsin has to offer. Thanks to the Wisconsin Club, this year was no different. So, dress in Wisconsin colors, wear your cheese head, get the brats and the beer ready. We're going to Wisconsin Days. You want to see something really fun? I tell you what, the folks from Wisconsin, they know how to party.
Everybody roll out the barrel. We'll have a barrel of fun. Roll out the barrel. We got the blues on the run.
And if you want the best brats this side of Sheboygan, you got to come to Wisconsin Days. Right here, the Wisconsin Club at the Sun Bowl every year puts on this shindig the second Thursday of the month of March. And I am telling you, they get thousands of people. And if you're not wearing black, wear red, because that's also Wisconsin colors. Yes, they have plenty of cheeseheads here. They're loving the Packers. They're loving the Badgers. They're loving it all. And it's all here at the Sun Bowl, the second Thursday of the month of March.
All right, welcome to Wisconsin Days in wonderful Sun City, Arizona. So if you're from Wisconsin, or you even know that Wisconsin is a state, you are invited. And we'd love to have you here. It's a relatively modest charge, and you're going to get, obviously, beer from Wisconsin, obviously brats from Wisconsin, and hot baked beans and all the sauerkraut you can eat.
I'm Jim Merdute from Cumberland, Wisconsin. I've been coming to Sun City since 2011. Been involved with the Wisconsin Day picnic here every year that we've been able to have it. Met a lot of great people, and it's a very fun day, and it's great for the community, and everybody can get out and celebrate.
Good morning. My name is Frank Concatelli. I'm from Waukesha, Wisconsin. We've been out here in Sun City about 7 or 8 years, and I think I've helped with the brat cooking for maybe the last 5. And it's a beautiful day today. We're enjoying it. The polka band's out there rocking and rolling. Just a great day. A lot of good people. A lot of fun.
Good morning. My name is Deborah Douglas, and I am from Vernon, Wisconsin. And I am happy to be here in Sun City. We've been coming out for about 7 years, and we are snowbirds. So we are here helping out at the Wisconsin Days. We have a group of about 14 Wisconsinites that come out every year that we get together and socialize. We do the concert series, we play cards, we swim, we bike, we bowl, we hike. Sun City's just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful place to live.
We were very disappointed in the last 2 years that we couldn't hold this event. But we're on track now. We've got a ton of volunteers out there. And you'll enjoy all of the rest of Sun City. A lot of things to do out here, so come on out. And on the way back to wherever your home is, if you happen to drive through Wisconsin, got a lot of wonderful things to see there, including probably the most beautiful capital outside of the Capitol in Washington, D.C. So with that, we say welcome to the Wisconsin Club, welcome to the Wisconsin Day Picnic.
That was a fantastic day at Wisconsin Days. Remember, it takes place the second Thursday in March each and every year. You'll have to search long and hard to find a better time. Well, next up, we're going to get into computers a little bit. Well, okay, actually, we're going to get into something at the Bell Metal Club that is really neat. Have you ever seen those metal signs or the art along the roadways of Sun City and wondered, how'd they do that? Well, we're going to show you. That artwork is done on computer, and then it's transferred over to metal with what's called a plasma cutter. And thanks to the guys and gals at the Bell Metal Club, we get to watch something being made right before your very eyes. John Wood is going to take us on another journey in What's Up, Sun City?
Hey, what's up, Sun City? I'm pretty sure you may have seen the metal yard art along the streets and in our neighbors' yards. Well, the metal shop makes these things, and we were curious to see how they do it. So we're going to go up to the metal shop and look at their plasma cutter. Mike Dunn is making a metal memorial, so we're going to follow him around and see how he produces it. Mike lays out his design file in Design Edge, a CAD software program that tells the cutter where to cut. The file is then loaded into the plasma cutter. Next, the plasma cutter fills with water. The water helps to keep the metal flat and cool. Once the metal's been placed in the cutter head lines up at a predetermined starting point. Once the cutter starts, the plasma, which is ionized gas, makes quick work of Mike's project. Plasma cutters can cut many different materials, including steel, stainless steel, aluminum, brass, and copper. You'll notice that the cuts are precise. The computer is following the path that Mike designed and then laid out in the CAD program. We're getting close to the end of the cut. Mike uses a stick to help keep the metal from warping. Now that the project has been cut out, our next step is to clean it up. Mike uses the Metal Club's magnetic table. It holds the artwork in place. He's going to polish up both the front and the back of the cutout. We're almost done. Now it's time to put a colorful finish on our project. Our finish is called powder coating. It is not a paint, it's a dry powder. The Metal Club has a nice variety of colors to choose from. Here, Mike is measuring out some blue color for us to use. Because powder coating does not have a liquid, it can produce a thicker coating. It also doesn't run when you apply the powder. Mike sprays on the powder. It sticks to the metal via an electrostatic charge. And since there's no liquid involved, it's very environmentally friendly. After coating, the project gets hung in the oven. It cures at around 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So after 20 to 30 minutes, we can come back and there it is. We have a finished art project. Sun City in Focus would like to thank the Bell Metal Club and especially Mike Dunn for allowing us to come up and film this segment. Well, it's been about a month and a half now, and we haven't forgotten that you guys want to know what's going on. So we're going to take another quick trip over to the Lakes East-West Maintenance Facility and see how the construction's going. During our visit to the construction site, we learned something new. They're going to change the color scheme for this project, and it's now going to resemble the color scheme they used down at South Golf Course.
Hey, thanks, John. I always wondered how they did that. And thanks to Mike Dunn and the folks at the Bell Metal Club. And if it looks like this is something that you would like to do, they can teach it to you. All you have to do is join the Bell Metal Club. It's that easy. And John, by the way, I'd also like to thank you for showing us the update on the construction project for the maintenance facility at Lakes East and Lakes West Golf Course. That is really going to be a big help for all of us. All right, finally today, here's something you probably never dreamed that you'd be able to do in our community, but you can. The Sun City Posse. It's a wonderful organization that helps keep Sun Cityans safe. And we're all aware of that, but did you know you can actually go on a ride-along program with them? You can. It's called the Ride-Along Program, and Trudy Bryson is going to help us get to know the Sun City Posse a whole lot better. And here's a little something extra. See if you can pick out the very famous person toward the beginning of the segment.
Someone told me about the Sun City Posse's theme song, and I'd like to read a few lines of it because it really does capture the attitude here. So turn on those network cameras because maybe a lot of these people already know it. It's for you I'm saying this. When we're called, we want you to know that the Sun City Posse is raring to go. We may be gray, but we still got the stuff to do the job when the going is rough.
Here we are at the headquarters for the Sun City Posse, and I am with Tony Ashby, who is a volunteer here at the Posse. And you've been a volunteer for how many years?
Almost 6.
Almost 6 years. And I was reading in the paper how if I was interested in becoming a volunteer, that I might be able to go on a ride-along.
Yes, and you can call our director of operations and he would be happy to schedule you with someone.
Wonderful. So, I mean, that sounds very exciting to me. And then if I decided that that was a fun thing to do and I wanted to volunteer my time, I could
contact our recruiter, take a tour of the building, fill in an application, but you don't have to just volunteer to be a patrolman in the Posse because almost 50% of our Posse people are support services.
Support services
we
like?
need telephone people desperately. We need people to sit at the front desk. We need people that work in the offices. We need people in vacation watch. There's a lot of things happening in this building that doesn't require patrol.
So, Tony, would you take me on a ride along?
I would love to.
Oh, well, let's go do it. Let's go do it.
If something happens to someone, if we have a key holder, we can go into a building. And if we have known, and I've experienced, literally saving somebody's life because we were able to get into that building. in time to get fire there.
That's wonderful. So this little yellow card,
Is-
I should fill this out, and I should give a key. Well, actually, my neighbor has a key.
Do we know that?
But no, you don't know that, but you're going to know that.
Thank you
because
very
this
much.
is an awesome program.
The second thing that's important is the fire department's lockbox. Call the fire department, the administration phone number, have a key available. It's a $25 expense. I believe they even take credit cards today. And if you can't afford it, Sun City can. We'll make sure that you get one.
And that lockbox will have the key to my house in it, but only the fire department
Can get into that
can
box.
get in there.
That's right.
Very safe.
Yes.
But
Please
we're
make
making
sure
sure
it's an extra key.
an extra key. That's a good idea.
Hey, the Color Guard is another one of the services that the Sun City Posse does provide for the community. And basically they are a professional honor guard, color guard, a group of people who are trained and know the protocol for handling the flags, for providing the protection of the flags when they're marching, and everything that goes with it, even to the point of placing the flag in the holder and turning them a certain way with certain parts of it showing and everything. It's really, it really is an interesting service that we offer, and we do it for people who maybe want it for a military funeral, people who are having, well, like for Memorial Day special events and parades. Our Color Guard will present there. Our Color Guard has been invited to present at spring training at some of the opening games. Wherever you want a Color Guard to serve, well, all you have to do is call here to the Posse main number and ask for the Color Guard department. The Drug Take Back program is specifically designed to help seniors or help our residents to take the drugs that may be accumulating in their cupboards that they no longer take, they no longer use, and no longer need, but they don't know what to do with them. But they have to be disposed of properly, and because of the narcotics problems in the world today, we work very closely with MCSO to make sure that everything is done legally and the drugs are disposed of properly.
So, Tony, I know that the Posse does a lot of things for the Sun City community. You watch people's houses, you direct traffic.
We direct traffic at Sun Bowl.
At Sun Bowl. It's wonderful. I love when you guys are there. Everybody's trying to get home in a hurry, aren't they? I know. But you do other things for the community as well. I am very interested in starting a neighborhood watch in my neighborhood. Will the Posse help me do that?
Absolutely. We have a community liaison officer and a specific watch person. So come to your house, talk to you about it. You can come here. They'll explain what you need to do. The most important thing you can do is contact your neighbors. The more you know about what's normal in your neighborhood, the more you'll know what's not. So to reach out and find out who owns what kind of a car. This is my lawn service and they come every Tuesday. This is my caretaker and this car. We have had instances where vehicles have been on a property and it looks like lawn service is being done and the house is being emptied because it looks like a normal thing and nobody would know. Share your information with your friends. Share your information with strangers. You've got to get to know each other.
These are just some of the services provided by dedicated resident volunteers. Visit suncityposse.org for a list of their upcoming events or information on how to become a volunteer.
I think that the people are grateful that you've made Sun City a safer and more reassuring place to live. And of course, all this is a volunteer effort, which makes it even more admirable.
Hey, thanks, Trudy. What an incredible story. I'd like to also thank the posse and everybody that helped make that segment possible. Well, that's just about going to do it for this edition of Sun City in Focus. And I certainly hope you enjoyed it. If you have any ideas for upcoming episodes, or maybe a Sun City resident that's extremely interesting, we'd love to hear from you. We are a volunteer group, and we're devoted to helping Sun City realize all of the great things there are to do right here in the original and the best active retirement community in the entire world. And if you'd like to be a part of Sun City in Focus, it's easy. We have a ton of different jobs to do, from hosting segments like I'm doing, to going out and interviewing interesting people, or doing some of the videography, the editing, producing, writing, directing. All you need to do is email us here at the address at the bottom of the screen, and we'd love to get back to you and get you involved. We'd certainly like to thank the Wisconsin Club, the Bell Metal Club, and the Sun City Posse for their help in making today's episode possible. We'd also like to thank John Wood, Trudy Bryson, and the Sun City in Focus Committee, as well as the Camera Guild. We couldn't even begin to do it without their help. And we hope to see you back here next time for another journey into what makes Sun City great. For the entire Sun City in Focus Committee and the Camera Guild, I'm Rich Hofer. This show was produced by volunteer members from the RCSC Sun City in Focus Committee for the entertainment and enjoyment of current and prospective residents of Sun City, Arizona. Anyone wishing to join the committee and participate in the production of future episodes of this program may contact the RCSC Board of Directors office at 623-561-4600 or email boardoffice@suncityaz.org.